Hey everybody, it's Victory Nub here, and I just wanted to sneak a couple of quick channel announcements into the beginning of this video. One piece of bad news and a couple of pieces of good news. The bad news is I'm going to be taking a few weeks off from the channel. Unfortunately, I do struggle a little bit with a non-circadian sleep rhythm. By that I mean, unfortunately, my sleep patterns don't always follow a 24-hour pattern, and over time I start falling asleep later and later in the day, and it really makes me struggle with recording and editing video for the channel. So I'm just going to take a week off, try to knock that thing out, and then we'll probably come back in 2 weeks, I would say, with regular content again. The good news is that we do have a 50th episode of Nubs Collection. I'm going to use quotey fingers when I say that because technically it's not the 50th episode, it's just the one that I'm calling number 50. I've recorded like 60 or 70 episodes of Nubs Collection at this point. I had a couple of friends come down and join me for a multiplayer session. I'll go ahead and say which one it is. It was for the game GoldenEye 007, and this was recorded 6 months ago, right around the time that the version of it released on, I think, Nintendo Switch and the Xbox, whatever console you're using. So we did it on the Xbox One, I think, is the one we used for that. I hadn't done any leveling or playing through levels to earn weapon unlocks for the multiplayer mode, so unfortunately I didn't think about that when I started the episode, and none of that is available when we play it, but I don't think it necessarily harmed the experience. I think my end review for the game was probably going to be the same whether or not I had a bunch of other stuff unlocked, but that episode's coming out probably when I come back from my little break here. In addition, I'm already in the process of recording the next long play. That one may or may not launch when I come back in like 2 weeks. I'll go ahead and say which one that is as well. I'm doing a long play for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. In addition, and this may be more ambitious than I was expecting to get at any point during the recording of these episodes and the work I do on the channel, I have a third series that's going to be probably a little bit less regular than the other two series that I normally do, Rattle Regrets and Nubs Collection. I'm going to be doing something that I'm tentatively calling Nubs RPG Wednesdays. Basically what I'm going to be doing is I will play games that are, RPGs, and maybe they aren't ones that I can adequately review with just a one-off 1 hour episode like I would for Nubs Collection or Rental Regrets, whatever the length of an episode usually is for that one. It's probably going to vary game to game what exactly I'm going to be doing for each of these episodes. The very first one, which I've already recorded about 14 episodes of, believe it or not, is going to be probably as close to a long play as I'm going to get on the channel. And I'll go ahead and spoil this as well. The very first game that we're going to look at as part of Nubs RPG Wednesdays is Final Fantasy VI, or Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo. We're not looking at the Super Nintendo version of the game, however. I'll keep that a little bit of a surprise until the series actually launches. Other games that we'll look at as part of the series may not get the full long play treatment. They may end up being something different. I'm tossing a couple of ideas around. I've thought about maybe doing a look at the very beginning of the game for an hour, playing for like 5-6 hours off camera, coming back somewhere in the middle, saying here's where we're at, this is what the game looks like at this point in time. Maybe play a little bit further into the game, do kind of a final wrap-up episode saying this is where I'm at in this last look at it, give my final thoughts and move on. I may just play a game where if there's a ton of grinding, I cut all of that out and just do like story progression. Maybe there's somewhere I start looking at it and maybe get 2 or 3 episodes in and just get annoyed and say, I'm not doing any more of this. This game sucks. Still batting around some ideas on that one, but as I said before, the very first episodes that we're going to look at, or the first game we're going to look at, is Final Fantasy VI, and we're going to look at it almost the entire way through the game. going to be a very long series, and I may end up doing multiple episodes each week so that we get it out quickly enough that I can start looking at some of the other Super Nintendo RPGs that I had as a kid and some that I've picked up over time, because there were a lot of them on the Super Nintendo that not only did I play, but I also just kind of want to look at. I think the breadth of what I guess is now not considered an okay term, JRPGs that came out on the Super Nintendo, and the quality of them was such that there are a lot of them you really have to look at if you want a good full view of the experience of playing games on the Super Nintendo, because they were part of the talk about the Super Nintendo. It wasn't just your platformers, your Legends of Zeldas and whatnot. RPGs were very much a part of the console, not only the success, but the lasting legacy of it. So Nubs RPG Wednesdays is coming soon. I don't think it will necessarily come back right when I come back from my break, but keep an eye out for it in the future. It is coming. The video is recorded, but I haven't actually started editing any of those, and they're probably not going to be like my standard Nubs collection episodes, or occasionally when I get a little more zesty on my Rental Regrets episodes, so lots of weird edits and jokes and stuff. It may just be straight video and me talking over it like normal, but still figuring that stuff out. But I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. We're going to have a couple weeks of no videos in this coming in the next 2 weeks, and then I will be coming back with regular episodes, starting with the 50th episode of Nubs Collection. And then, if not the same week, probably a week or two later, the first episode of my long play of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Anyway, that's going to do it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this week's game, Snake, Rattle, and Roll. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Rental Regrets. As always, I am your host, Victor Nub, and today we are looking at Snake, Rattle, and Roll, developed by Rare and published on the NES by Nintendo, and released in the United States in July of 1990. I had to specify it was published by Nintendo for the NES because there was a Sega Mega Drive version of the game, which was actually published by Sega themselves. I guess at this point, and I'm not 100% certain on how it worked, Trade West was not the exclusive publisher for Rare's video games anymore. This was kind of during a period when they started moving towards the Super Nintendo development cycle, so it's possible that Trade West wasn't interested in working for that console. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things that I noticed that you usually don't see with most of the Rare games, especially the ones on the NES that we take a look at. This game is notable because I do remember it being the very last game that I actually rented for the NES. After that time, I think I had already gotten a Super Nintendo. No, I didn't rent this in 1990. Obviously, the Super Nintendo didn't come out for another year, 2 years. But this would have been one of the last ones I had. And in fact, I may have already had the Super Nintendo when I rented this. I remember playing it for one afternoon going, I don't like this game, it's too hard, and then not playing it anymore for the rest of the time that I had it rented for, and taking it back to the store and just never going back to it. It's possible that we're going to find that it's still too hard today. Only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and get it started. So one of the things you'll notice right off the bat is that this game has an isometric camera angle. This was kind of Rare's preferred view angle for games around this time. They also did Cobra Triangle a year earlier, which had an isometric camera angle that was like a hard to describe it, kind of like a boat racing but like adventure style game, I guess would be a good way to describe it. They also did the RC Pro-Am games with an isometric camera angle, and they had done the NES port of the game Marble Madness, or at least published it. And they did say that they took inspiration from the design of Marble Madness in the angle for some of the games that they released afterwards. So essentially what you have to do in this game is you have to scoop up little balls to make your snake as long as possible, and then make it to the end of the level before the end of the timer. There's not a whole lot else to it, really. I mean, it's just don't get killed by enemies and eat little pellets to make yourself as long as possible. I think you can only go 3 or 4 segments, and then you don't go any longer. Yeah, it looks like I'm just not expanding anymore. Alright, moving on. And of course, the name of the game... What am I not doing? There we go! Well, that was weird. Went to a bonus realm. For more little pellets to eat. I will say that the controls are a little bit slow. Not slow, but they're not the level of responsiveness I would like. I don't think that's on the game necessarily, it's just something I'm observing here. There we go. I think I'm all done there. Alright, so the exit ostensibly is just hitting that little bell, or hitting a little ringer. And I think it only goes up if you're a certain length of snake. Like you have to hit a certain minimum weight before it'll actually ring. Which we should have by now. Yep, good to go. Okay, let me go. Look at all those points! Alright, so it looks like the yellows were worth more points. I can definitely see the Marble Madness inspiration simply by the time limit on the play, although this is certainly far more generous than it ever was on the Nintendo, although I guess it was actually the arcade version that you're... Get out of here. Oh, no, 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 come back, come back! I want you, little yellow pellet that's now gone. Shoot. Can you get it back? No, you can't. Oh, look at that, big money. I don't know what that did. Does it make me invincible? No, it looks like it. Get out of the water. They're all getting these little springies on them. Come on. Ate it. Okay, I think I see what the responsiveness issue is that I was observing. Your tongue charges a little bit when you hold the button down. Although it doesn't appear... Uh-oh, I died. No! I got killed by a toilet lid. And now I'm finding lots of bombs. Alright, I gotta start moving or I'm gonna run out of time here. Oh, another bonus level. I like that it sucks in all the stuff around the environment when you go here. Yeah, there's like a little period where he eats and then he needs to stop for a couple seconds to, I don't know, digest whatever pellets he's eating. Come on. Gotcha. Alright, ooh, gave me a lot of time there. Now, why does that make me seemingly invincible? Oh, I like these feet. They all give me extra lives. Does that make sense? No. Does that matter? No. Alright, I'm assuming I could just hit the bell. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I gotta get up there. That's the trick. Oh, well, looks like it'll stay open. Oh, I hate that. Alright, I need you... No! Waterfall pushed me off. Can I just jump right? Got it. No! Went over the edge. Alright, can I just leave? Thank you. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's that difficult in the first 2 levels, but then, of course, the older your video game, the more likely the game's going to become impenetrably difficult around level 3. So maybe my memory of the experience is different than it should be. Alright, let's go get that toilet lid. No! No! That 1-up was too costly. Why aren't you killing this lid? Oh, you jerk. Got him. These toilet lids are deadly. Gotcha. Gotcha. Is that extra life? Kind of looks like it. That's weird. The pieces all have little gimmicks to them. The little pellets that eat. They're not... I guess that's not a power-up, per se. It's just a unique way to disguise the pellets in each level. Alright, so the question is... I see the tongue power-up, but how do I get to it? Now, I'm thinking... I probably should have launched myself from that higher platform to get to it, and I didn't. So that's just on me. Now, do I chance going for that extra plate? I'm thinking no, because I'm not going to reach it. Gotcha. And what is this thing? Okay, my controls are now reversed. So it was not worth the effort. Alright, I'm back to normal now. Whoop! Whoa! Pizza cutters! Oh, you jerks. I feel like I need to see feet before I'm willing to take on one of those things anymore. I may be misunderstanding something I'm seeing, but it looks like I can stomp on enemies as well as just flick my tongue at them. God, those sneaky toilet lids. Alright, let's try this stupid idea. Hey, cool. Bonus area. Alright, got all of them. No, no, no! Can I get back? Oh, I'm good. Alright. How many of these did I do? Did I do all of them? I did not. Get that tongue! Oh, look at that! Range! It's too bad you don't keep that between levels. Alright, it looks like you... Oh, crap, I just died. It looks like you do not have... Is it game over? Okay, no. Can I get up there? There we go. Any jumping ability in the water. At least this water. And I went right over the edge. That was stupid. Come on. Get to... No! No! This ledge right here. Perfect. Now, interesting, they show two different platforms or with the bell. Oh, no, 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 no! Stop pushing me in the water. There we go. Get him, 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 get him. Get that extra life. Yes. I made it. Alright. I mean, it's no more difficult than I remember most rare games to this point. I think it just takes a little getting used to the isometric angle. And I mean, to be fair, the other games that they did that had isometric angles were usually vehicle games where the controls were a little more tank-like. So So that's, I think, part of the hitch. This is kind of like giving me Solstice vibes, and I've already complained many, many, many times about Solstice. Uh-oh. I got hit by a pin? Toothpicks? Oh, you jerk! There was a 1-up and then it turned into a bomb. Just touching that pyramid caused me damage. Oh, this is gonna kill me. You know, isometric camera angles looked cool and added a lot of depth to the visual style, but man, they're just not that fun to play. Ah, I'm dead. How many continues do I get? Okay, I get to go again. Oh, come on! I went around it! Jesus. There we go. Made it. I need to safely eat some pellets before I die. Alright, we're good. We're good. Can I kill the porcupine? I can. Good. Now, supposedly there is a level in here somewhere, and we're probably not going to get that far, where the... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Where the level design, and I'm guessing it's just in the actual placement of tiles, not the color of them, that spells out Nintendo Game Boy, which is interesting because this game came out first on the Nintendo, and I think it was a year or so later before they actually released on the Game Boy. And of course, as we mentioned before, there was a Sega version of this game, and I suspect they didn't have the same message for that game. Or maybe they did. Alright, gotta keep moving. Oop. What's in here? A toilet lid. But they really hated toilet lids at Rare, I guess. Nope. Okay, made it. Oh, I do not like this area. Seems like the majority of the difficulty in this game is purely tied around trying to overcome the weirdness of the isometric camera angle. Well, let's see if we can do it! I made it. I can't remember the last time platforming was this harrowing to me. Probably, this is gonna sound dumb by today's standards, it would probably be when Super Mario 64 came out. Because at that time, 3D platforming wasn't really a thing. There might have been some games that had it. But that is the first prominent... God damn it. First prominent game I remember having it. Can I keep going? Good, 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 good. Let me keep playing. Made it. Hup. Made it. Oh no. That's gotta be it. Yeah! Alright. There's a bonus area. I still have no idea how to get up above. Yeah, that first 3D Mario, for whatever reason, was just the most nerve-wracking. And it's not like the game is hard by today's standards on, you know, treacherous platforming. It's just that the experience was so new that it felt like it was. Okay, I see how to get out of the level. I don't see how to get up unless I can make that jump. Alright, so I'm gonna go like this! Oh! Hup! Alright. Go. Oh, what? It follows you? How is that fair? And now I can't hit it because that stupid anvil crushed me. Ah, damn it. All right, maybe this is what I remember being so awful about this game. I don't think there was a pellet dispenser down there, so we gotta go all the way back here. Shoot. Alright, give me real pellets, please. I don't want to spend 5 minutes dodging bombs. Oh, come on, game. Seriously? Yeah, it's my own fault for not staying distant when I have a super long tongue now, but... Get the yellow one! They're worth more points. And I assume they give you more segments, because you don't get a full segment with every single pellet, apparently. That should be more than enough. If that's not enough, the game needs to do a better job telegraphing how many pellets you need in order to finish the level. Alright. Starting to get the hang of the angle. It's still very confusing. Nope, I botched. I think that's the same camera angle and I just... Right, yeah, okay. I cannot get to that. Yep. Gotta launch! Oh. No. Shoot. I may not make it in time. If I'm not out of continues here, I may not make it anyway, because, yep, I'm out of continues. Alright, we'll give it one more try. Yeah, I imagine this is why I got frustrated with the game and just kind of stopped playing it, because it was so short. Also, the anvils at the end of that level were super cheap. It didn't matter how fast I went, I couldn't outrun them. Come on. Now, interesting note there when you fall in the water is that you hear the Jaws theme. How many notes do there have to be before something is considered like copyright infringement? Because literally it's just dun 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 dun. That's all they were playing. And that's all the Jaws theme ended up being, was just the two notes. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, I imagine if John Williams or whatever movie studio owns the rights to the song was feeling particularly litigious, they could have gone after a game developer like this for something that simple, but obviously they didn't because it's still in there. A lot of points for that. 5,000? Oh, the big foot! Got him. Got him. Give me that yellow pellet. Nope. Get. Like these little islands where the little pellets can't escape. Alright, made it. First level, not too bad. But again, yeah, after you get to the third level, that's when they start making jumps that are really kind of cheap. And I really hate those spikes, the pyramid spikes. Oh, that was crap. Popped out and then immediately just ran off screen. Gotcha. I don't think there is is a safe way to... I'll try it. Yeah, you can't make that. That's one of those ones you gotta drop down on. I have no idea what that's doing for me. I'm guessing it's making me invincible, but I thought the diamonds did that too. So why are there so many items that make you invincible in this game? Nope. Come on. Give me real pellets. So here's another one. No, it doesn't. Maybe it just... Actually, I bet that's what it is. I think it's making me faster. Okay. And hop. Get out of the water. It's weird, when you're in the waterfall, you can't jump, but when you're in just, I guess, standing water, it doesn't make you jump. Get the yellow. The yellow is the most valuable one. Got it. Yoink. Alright, we'll make... Oh! There's the foot. Yeah, there's like an entire other area that you don't have to go to for this level, where that extra tongue power-up is. So now I want to. You show me the area, and then you don't let me go to it. Now I have to know what's there. Even though it doesn't look like you can actually reach it. Because there's no way I can clear all those blocks. Oh, shoot. I had the jump, and then I botched it. There we go. Hit. Alright, do I have enough? I do. It's such a weird concept. It's literally eat enough pellets that you ring a bell to leave the level. Oh, and by the way, your snake is being attacked by pieces of a checkerboard, feet, anvils, and trap bombs that come out of a pipe. Oh, and toilet lids. Can't forget the toilet lids. This is the kind of madcap stuff they just don't make in video games anymore, because no one would ever let you waste companies' assets for that. Do I get those power-ups? Or are they all... I think they're all gone. Shoot! No! Get out of the frickin' water! I'm gonna lose a whole bunch of pellets. Alright, I got it. Whew! I thought I got screwed by falling in the water. Oh! Uh-oh. Come on. Face the toilet lid. Ah, I missed the snake. Tongue expander. Gotcha. That thing is just worth a ton of points, even if it isn't an extra life, and I think it is. Okay, so you can kill an enemy by stomping on them. And yes, I am playing this on the rare replay version of the game. In case it wasn't obvious by the achievement that just unlocked. Also, equally as bizarre, apparently these little pellets that I'm eating are called Pibbly Nibblies. I don't know how much longer the tail needs to be. It looks like I'm at max now. Alright, let's hit this. Another bonus zone. A lot of bonus zones in this level. And it looks like this same one I already did. Uh-oh. Oh, you can't get away from me. Yellow. Got him. Whew. I really don't like how they keep pushing me on the edge of the platform after I do that. Toilet lid, you jerk! Name one video game you'll ever play in your life where you find yourself saying, "Toilet lid, you jerk." Alright, launch! Get onto the platform. There we go. Up! Get that foot! Can I make it? I think I can. I made it. Because if you overshoot it, I think you hit that spike wall, and if you don't, you fall in the waterfall, and you gotta take all those weird currents. And there's no dividing point where it's gonna push you down or where it's gonna push you to the left. I guess if down is to the right. Down right or down left, whatever. That time power out. So I think this is where we failed the last time. And I haven't... Oh god, those bombs! And I died. I'm getting punchy all of a sudden. Keep underutilizing the fact that he can jump and also stomp enemies by jumping. It's not the ideal way to do this, but it works. Oh. Give it... Ah, you jerk. Toilet lid! That has to be what that is, right? I mean, there is no other thing it could be. There's no object that I'm seeing or interacting with, or enemy type, or any other... Why do I keep getting bombed? Can I please eat a pellet, not a bomb? Oh, come on! So the problem is if I don't get right up in its face, I'm not going to get it before it bounces out of my range. Got it. No. Come on, man. Alright, I think that's enough. Get that foot. Get that one up. Yoink. Toilet lid! I think I found my channel nemesis. It's the toilet lid. I just need a picture of me shaking my fist like it's the end of an 80s cartoon where the bad guy lost and he screams out in anger, "Curse you, toilet lid!" Oh, wow, look at that tongue range. Game's got me on edge. Now I'm starting to duck away from things that normally don't kill me. Alright, the good news is, and I did look at this when it happened, apparently my clock was already down to like 17 seconds, and I got 40 seconds when I died. So, that, oh! The level doesn't just straight up end if you run out of time, which is good. Get another chance for some pellets, bonus pellets. I want those tricky pellets first. Gotcha. Oh, come on! Why do you do that every time, game? I just karate chop my mic. Alright, good. I need that time. Alright. Here's the gauntlet of anvils. You gotta deke him out, apparently. I made it. Go, 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 go. Make it to the thing! Oh, it was there! Oh, I could taste the stale air of the dungeon. Alright, we made it as far as I did the last run. Well, further than the last run, I guess. I don't know if I've got any extra lives for all these points that I've been accumulating. Alright, that seemed wholly unnecessary. I don't think there is a damage level for... Come back. Oh! Oh, there goes that power-up. Got one chance at it. I think I need to land on that if I want to get to the tongue power-up up there. Come on. Ah, hey, it pushed me off? That doesn't make sense. Maybe I can jump on it when it gets to this. Okay, screw it, just go. Okay, I gotta get this lined up. Perfect! And I didn't. Oh, what? That was on. Screw you. I think it was the first continuous run. Okay, I thought I had that. Is it? It's here then, right? There we go. Alright, stay away. Oh. Wow. My saving grace was the fact that that diamond lid popped up when it did. I want to stay away from the reverse thingy because I don't need any more hassles. Come on. Gotcha. Oh, come back here. I mean, they are getting more obnoxious, but I do like the fact that all of the pellets have weird little gimmicks each level. Some, like, splat, so you can't eat them. Some of them, like, try to fly away. Some of them are on springs. Okay, so there's no way I'm taking the chance on that. Let's just jump over this and go to the bottom. And take another tongue. Extension. There we go. No! How the game's got me dodging bombs where there are none. Okay, here's another flying carpet. It stops right here. Oh, you reverse jerk! I'm guessing those are going to push me off if I stand in front of them. Hup, hup, hup. Yes. Probably yes. Oh, he stepped on me. And that cost me a life. Wow. Come back. Come back, foot. No, not there. I want your extra life. I'm licking the toe jam off of you for that life. Alright, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to eat a bunch of pellets before I can leave this one. I'll say that I don't think it's a bad thing that video games have moved away from the isometric camera angle. I think it takes you kind of training your brain to work in a way that it just doesn't want to work. Like if you press down on the D-pad, you don't go down, you go down... Which way do you go? Down left. You press up, you go up right. And that's just a hard thing for your body and your brain to accept. Alright, got enough. Whoa! Come on, get on. There we go. Oh, I hate this. It disappears in the middle. jumped early. Oh, come on. Am I gonna have to scoop more up? No, I'm fine. Jump! Oh! Jump! Jump! Alright, we're fine. We're fine. We made it. Even with the little jerk reverse piece that popped up at the very end there, which I saw and then I reacted accordingly. I just stopped so that I could tell my brain, alright, the controls are reversed. I have no idea how you would make this game work with 2 players. I feel like it's a pain in the butt to get the angles and the jumps right as 1 player. I feel like the other player would just basically be constantly messing up what you get right, and you would be messing up what they get right. And for example, is that it? Nope, I got one more continue. All right. So once we die here, that'll be the end of the episode! Or run out of lives, I guess I should say. All right, so now the enemies are not dying on... What? Shoot. On 1 flick of the tongue. Not even 2. It's taking quite a few flicks to get them. Okay, so I was right. I was thinking that thing pushed you off ledges. I guess there would have been a more eloquent way of doing it? Elegant. Whatever. There would have been a way to do it that didn't involve me dying. Launch! Oh, okay. The music is getting just intense. Okay, so if you do fall a long enough distance, you die. Was that it? No, I have one more continue. Maybe those points are actually doing something for me. I do not have faith in my ability to get over top of this bell. Boy, why did they make them so hard to kill? There we go. Screw you. Just do that while I flick at the other guy. Oh, no. Alright, that'll work. No! You jerk! Oh! This is what I get for not killing the bell on the first chance. Screw you. Stop! Okay. It's not worth it. I just want to clear this. And I launch! No! It was so close! I had a little scale, a little tip of the nose on the edge there. Alright, that's it. Ah, we're done. I'm not going to put in the effort to try to go any further than that. Final thoughts on the game. I like it more than I remember liking it the first time I rented it. It might have been that I just didn't give the game enough of a chance. It could also very well have been that I still was very uncomfortable at that point in time playing games at an isometric camera angle where the D-pad does not go up when you press up or down when you press down. It goes down left or up right. And then left goes up left and right goes down right. That's... You got to reprogram your brain in a way that's not comfortable or easy. And you could see when I was getting to jumps, I had to pause for a second and go, all right, if I press down and then right, I can make this jump. Or if I press up and left, I can make this jump. Those are things that obviously are hampered by the fact that you have a timer going at all times. And if you hit 0, I assume you lose a life and then you get 40 seconds added back on just to keep trying. I like the cute little gimmicks they added for each of the pellets, even though sometimes it made the, the Pibbly Wibbleys or whatever they were called. Even though sometimes it resulted them running off screen so fast that you had literally no time to respond and try to eat them. The enemies were just weird, super weird. That had to have been a toilet lid, and the fact that it killed me so many times is he's now the channel nemesis, is toilet lid. and I'll see you die. Damn you, toilet lid. Damn you, toilet lid! I think the bombs felt really cheap at times because it was like they would spit them out of the little dispensers, the pellet dispensers, the sewer lids you went into. It seemed like there weren't nearly as many bonus levels the later in the game you went as there were early on, where it was like every level had one. Maybe I just wasn't searching thorough enough to find all of them in the later levels. I like that the music got more like gnarly and evil sounding, or vicious towards that fifth level. Maybe it doesn't stay that consistent in all the levels. Overall, the music was kind of but that level just kind of had a little groove to it that was nice. Graphically, I mean, it was decent. The isometric angle looks nice, but of course, you get the trade-off of, and this is very much the way it worked for Marble Madness, and there's another game that I'm blanking on. I want to say Battletoads, where there's kind of like a tiled element to the floor that's maybe not the most visually impressive, but the angle itself kind of works for the game as long as you're capable of adjusting to that controller scheme. It is a short experience necessitated by the fact that, the difficulty of platforming and the little traps they throw in there, which means that, you're playing it for maybe an hour at most, and then you're like, okay, I'll move on and do something else. And that may have been why I kind of was turned off by this game and didn't play it much more after that first day that I rented it. At this point in time, games started having more of a longer experience for you to get out of each game. I don't think this necessarily would have been when I started playing RPGs, but at that time, you're talking about games that instead of playing for an hour, dying, and then you have to start all over, you have save points and leveling and character stories and, a plot for an overall game story and all these things that, build a long experience over time. That maybe when I got to this game, I looked at it and went, this feels dated. And maybe that was fair, and maybe it wasn't fair at that time. I'll say for what I got out of it today, and of course, this is a game that we were looking at as part of the Rare Replay collection that had all the older games that Rare made as far back as the early to mid 80s as a company. And some of those experiences are even harder and less dense than this one was, where it's literally just, guy with a jetpack flying through a level full of obstacles that'll kill him one hit or something like that. Weird maze games that, again, are just so punitive in their punishment when you die that it's prohibitively difficult and not really fun to go back to today. But I guess if you were obsessed and you had a fistful of quarters back in the day in a smoky arcade, you probably would have been willing to keep pumping the money in the machine. And here, this is the only way you would have spent the money to look at this game, is probably, as part of a $20 collection you bought off of Xbox, whatever system you got on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, whatever. I had fun with it today. My regret is, I would say, yeah, I probably would have just regretted spending the money on it for a rental. But that's, as a 10-year-old, or I guess it would have been 10 or 11-year-old at that time, versus today, if the cost of playing the game and owning it is the same as a rental, yeah, this is probably a fun experience that I wouldn't mind forking over the cost of a venti coffee at Starbucks for, and looking at it and going, all right, I've had my fun with it, I'm good, but I still own it and I can always go back to it whenever I want. Yeah, it's shallow enough that it wouldn't justify a $50 expense back in the day when you bought it on Nintendo. $5 as a rental probably would have been fine. But yeah, just based on what I remember at that time, what I expected out of a game, fairly or unfairly, that's probably why I rented it once, got frustrated, and said, no, this was a waste of money, and never touched it again. As is, I enjoyed what I played it today. So yeah, I'd say still the regret would have been spending the money to rent the game, but I enjoyed what I did with it just in this viewing. That's going to do it for this episode of Rental Regrets. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.